Okay, Jesse, go ahead and explain to me the risk analysis associated with this cross-country flight.
Sure. What is that again?
Risk analysis.
Yeah,
It's in the ACS. It's right here. Prepare and present and explain a cross-country flight plan assigned by the evaluator, including a risk analysis based on real-time weather to the first fuel stop.
That's what my instructor told me to buy that book. That would have been helpful.
Hey guys, Patrick with Answers to the ACS. Risk management makes up a significant portion of the ACS. This includes over 350 risk elements, as well as risk management being incorporated in select skill elements. This includes a presentation of a risk analysis for the cross-country flight assigned by the examiner. This evaluates PA.I.D.S1 and R1 through R4 in the private pilot airplane ACS, as well as equivalent elements in the instrument and commercial pilot airplane ACSs. Today we'll be focusing on the private pilot airplane ACS, but this can be applied to all of them. When it comes to risk management in aviation, an operational risk management worksheet is something that's recognized all across the industry. These are used by flight test, Part 135 operators, and even FAA aviation safety inspectors. This is also mentioned in the risk management handbook, except it's referred to as a flight risk assessment tool in there. So as part of our Checkride Workbook, we've developed an ORM worksheet based off of one used by the FAA. It utilizes the PA.I.D.S acronym and functions as a guide for your presentation to the examiner.
So starting with the pilot, illness, hopefully none for the check ride. Medication, we'll say we're taking none. Stress, we don't want to lie, minor, and that's due to the check ride. Alcohol, we'll say it's been over 24 hours since we had any. Fatigue, we'll say we had 6 to 8 hours of sleep last night. We did some cramming. Eating, say 2 to 4 hours since our last meal. Risk mitigation, we're carrying food and drinks on board. Some water and snacks. Personal minimums adjusted, yes, as we'll talk about in another video. For the aircraft, time in aircraft, say over 50 hours. It's a tricycle configuration. Center of gravity, we'll say we're really close to the aft limit, and we're right at max gross. Risk mitigation, say we have a weather avoidance system on board. We have the G1000 NXI. We have GPS, no oxygen, and an angle of attack indicator on board. Time of day, it's daytime. Departure airport weather is Cavu. Destination is Cavu. Density altitude, we'll say it's a cold day, so less than 2,500 feet density altitude. No thunderstorms. Light surface winds. And a long paved runway at the departure and destination. And we have obtained a weather briefing, including NOTAMs. Lastly, external pressures. We'll say on-time tolerance is real tight, and we have passengers on board. We'll say we have not packed an overnight kit, and we have no alternate means of transportation. All right, next, we're going to add all of these that we checked. So this adds up to 12. We subtract 3 from it, we get 9. This adds up to 12. We're going to subtract 6 from it, so we get 6. This adds up to 7. We're going to subtract 2, we get 5. This adds up to 10. Subtract 0, we got 10. Okay, then we're going to add each of these 4 up. We get to 30. And per the scale, that corresponds to low risk. So we're good.
Now let's see it done right.
Now I need to see you explain the cross-country risk analysis for the flight that I assigned you.
All right, well, I've got a form here that goes through PAVE, starting with the pilot risk factors. I'm safe. Illness, I have none. Medication, none. Stress.
Man, that was one of the best presentations of risk analysis I think I've ever seen. Most students show up with nothing. Where did you get this fancy little form here?
Well, answers to the ACS.
Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe so you can stay tuned for the rest of this series so I cover our Checkride Workbook. If you got Checkride coming up, download our app from the App Store so you can access our manuals which address every element in the ACS. Big shout out to Fort Worth Flight School for filming with me. If you're in the Dallas-Fort Worth area looking for flight training, I can't recommend them highly enough. A link to them is also in the description. Until next time, fly safe.